Hello everyone, myself Monisha Acharya and I'm legal intern at Lexis and Company. Today I'm here to talk to you about one of the most important topic and I guess no one discuss oftenly about it, that is domestic violence, but story of a man. Yes, we have heard every time about the domestic violence cases related to the woman, but are we really aware that men too suffer such thing called domestic violence? So, today we will learn about it too. Domestic violence from the perspective of a man as a victim is something which is never discussed, and I guess if it is discussed, then there are very few people around us who talked about it. Reason is very less information is available about it, and many times complaints are never lost. According to the static data of the research done every year by human rights organization, men out of 1000 of age group from 21 to 49 years in rural area, 52% of a male suffers and faces the gender violence in India, and 51% of a male of many rural and urban area suffer with some kind of torture or harassment. And if we talk about the laws in India related to this, then what are the laws? As according to section 3 clause A of Domestic Violence Act 2005, domestic violence include physical abuse, sexual abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse and economic abuse. But here the word mentioned aggrieved person and respondent under section 2 of the Domestic Violence Act. It is observed that an aggrieved person can be woman only and a respondent can only be a male. So here in this law, excluding male as a victim as per law, does it talk about the gender neutrality in our country, where there is stereotypical assumption made by our society that male never face any type of domestic violence by their wife hands. And according to section 498 of IPC, only men can be held liable for the cruelty to his wife. And what if woman is doing same with her husband? Where the man will urge and go for help in his own country's laws doesn't support him. Men are always seen as a perpetrators and not as a victim. This is our society reality. When a woman dial 100 and PCR arrives and she complain about the domestic violence, her FIR get lost, she is listened by the police, and if man this does this too and he complains for the domestic violence, then are you sure? Do you know many times FIR are not even lodged and police inspector says you are telling a lie. You might be the one who have done violence or harass your wife. Cases related to the man as a victim of domestic violence. First case discussed here today is Syed Ahmad Maghdoom suicide case. In this case, the husband was mentally tortured and humiliated by the wife as she accuses family of dowry and domestic violence. The real story behind it was that the wife was having an extramarital affair and the husband gave her option to either move on with her lover or to start their married life again, but the wife wanted to end the marriage. After a point of time, tried of all the false allegation of domestic violence and dowry, the husband had no option left and decided to end his life and made a video just before he committed suicide. It is not only one case where a man have to suffer from a harassment and false domestic violence. There are many cases where men have to suffer from such false allegation and due to which their lives get ruined. There is a social stigma around the society that men is the only one who harass their wives. Many institutions are set up for helping women in need. And what about the male of the society? When a men right activists talk about the men's right, they are seen as a criminal in our society. People label them with the anti-woman, which is false. If they are demanding right for a man of the society, it does not mean that they are against the woman's right. It's simple. They are just talking about what is right and what is wrong. They are supporting gender neutral laws implementation. There is a need to amend our domestic violence laws and other laws where it is stated that only female can be said to suffer as a victim. When we as a citizen talk about the gender neutrality in every field, then why not here? Anyone can be victim. Any person can suffer cruelty. Our laws also need to make provisions where males suffering from such a harassment are heard and they do get justice too. The misuse of gender bias laws is not injustice for men but also for women too. So these laws should be misused by any one of us. So society need to change their mindset that females are only who are suffering from the domestic violence and they can only be the victim. No, many times male are also the victim in this society and they suffer a lot too. I hope you have understood this topic, and for more such interesting videos subscribe to the channel and do not forget to like, share and comment. Thank you.